I mean, yeah, there's definitely... Fujino's a player.
From Kitagawa.
She's getting up and she...
Full time. City, if you have just joined us in that change. Of course, the clock is ticking, as you can see, towards full time. Team that began last weekend's 3-3 draw at Aston Villa, the Japanese international Rion Ishikawa returns in defence, having made her comeback as a substitute at Villa. Ishikawa replaces Elise Stanovic, who sustained a severe hamstring injury last weekend. Kelly Gago scored twice 7 days ago, including a 94th minute equaliser. Ruby Mace faces her former side. Ornella Vignolola is Everton's top scorer with 4 goals. And among the substitutes, Izzy Hobson, who signed her first professional contract with Everton this week. We have one change for Manchester City. Rebecca Canuck makes her first WSL appearance of the season after recovering from injury. The German international replacing Gracie Pryor, who drops to the bench. Bunny Shaw has 4 goals this season, and she enjoys an excellent record against Everton. The Jamaican international striker has scored 8 goals in 6 previous WSL. We've had 10 goals already in the 3 WSL matches on this Sunday afternoon. What will we be served up this afternoon at Goodison Park? It's Everton in the famous blue, Manchester City this afternoon in their change colours of all black, kicking from left to right. An early touch here for Jade Rose. Rebecca Canuck making her first appearance of the season after recovering from injury. Turned back there by Miedema. Rose. Bennett. Here's Kirsten Kasperite captaining the team in the continued absence of Alex Greenwood. Early chance perhaps for Miedema. Half-hearted appeals there for a penalty perhaps from Kasperite will take. Alex Greenwood, a big miss for City, she'll be out for a few weeks. Miedema. Shaw looked offside. The save was made by Ramsey, and the Everton defenders are looking across to the assistant for a flag that never came.
Yeah, never come on original inspection. She did look offside, but, you know, Ramsey had to stay alert for that, and she did so to keep, obviously, the clean sheet. But for me, Everton need to stay switched on. If they can get a little bit closer, a little bit tighter to start off with to Man City, they've got a lot of space already.
Bennett. Miedema couldn't quite get there. City again with the...
Yeah, we can just see here, obviously, Bunny Shaw kind of sitting herself in between the 2 defenders. Comes in from Miedema, and as she gets on the ball, no, she is onside. For me, it looked to stay alert there.
Rion Ishikawa was the defender who was playing her just onside. Really good save then from Ramsey. Kasperite's ball into the middle towards Shaw. Just kept alive on that far side by Fujino. Wahabi. Fujino. Fujino again. Miedema's made that little run forward to the edge of the penalty area. It wasn't used. Miedema. Chance perhaps here for the shot. Got a little bit underneath it. Took a deflection on the way through though.
Ditch tackle, she does really well. I think the ball comes through here from Blinkilde-Brown to Miedema, a little bit fortuitous, but Miedema does well, gets a shot off, but fantastic sliding challenge from Ruby Mace. She does really well there, Ruby Mace.
The ball a little more slippery, it's going to make the pitch just much more wetter, although of course it's terrific drainage nowadays, but it is going to make a difference.
It is for sure, and for a side like Manchester City who like to get the ball down, like to play it quick, potentially is it going to play into their hands and play into their favour a little bit, and mean that Everton are going to have to be that little bit more switched on as the ball comes in a bit quicker.
Kasperite with the ball into the middle. Just stabbed away. Vignola looking to set her teammate on the way. Gago. Jade Rose is there and does really well one-on-one.
Yeah, Jade Rose doing so well there as Gargo was put into a race. We know the pace of Kelly Gargo as well, so Jade Rose equal to it in that sense. Should be a really exciting matchup between the 2 of them today.
She's only surprisingly kept one clean sheet in her 5 WSL appearances this season. Run being made by Fujino. Fujino's little give and go, but Wheeler was there for Everton. Fujino again.
Checo under pressure. I think Checo did enough just to kind of slow her down in her tracks a little bit, and Bunny Shaw not quite getting the shot off like she would have liked in front of Ramsey.
Checo's ball back. Ramsey, who started the last 5 now in the WSL for Everton. Brosnan out injured. Just kept in play on that far side. Canuck. Obvious passes to Kasparai. René. Kasparai has continued her run forward. Searching ball into the middle, headed away by Mace. Wahabi. Not quite so searching.
No, not. Easing is joining in out on that right-hand side and doing the underlapping run as well.
Ramsey's clearance. Tidied by Ishikawa. Inadvertently, it found its way through there to Gago. Pacheco. Support arriving from Hayashi. Pacheco still forward. Van Hoel can't find a way through.
That left-hand side, she did it really well last week for Everton as well. So I think for me, if she can do the same, obviously, if we just look at the possession stats in the corner, you can see Manchester City clearly dominating the game.
Here they come. Fujino. Wahabi. Little too long there for Shaw. Picked up by Bennett. Bennett. She's going to go for the byline. Kasparai arriving. Well, surely have known before kick-off that she was going to be in for a busy afternoon.
Yeah, and she definitely will if the possession stats stay the same as that with 80% Manchester City. And see, Everton are just trying to slow it down. They're not really playing with any real intent when they do get the ball. It's mainly when they do try and counter. I think they're trying to stifle Manchester City and slow them down, because when they get on a run and when they're playing quickly, that's when they're at their most dangerous.
Everton have conceded 3 or more goals in their last 2 WSL fixtures. Here comes Tony Payne now for Everton. Payne loses her footing on the very wet surface. Payne again. Everton able to regain possession. Too much on it. It will look so promising there. Brian Sorensen, the Danish coach of Everton, up against Andre Jeglatz, the Swedish coach of Manchester City. Here's Rose, Canadian international. Everton appealing for offside, but I think had that ball gone through, the flag again would have stayed down. Now the other 5 appearances all coming from the bench. Hasegawa. Van Hoel battling away. Wheeler will lose out. One back though by Hayashi.
Good work from Van Hoel though, and it's exactly what Everton will need to be doing to get tight around Manchester City, especially in central areas, to win the ball back. She's a player that when she does win it back, she's quite expansive as well. She likes to get forward, she likes to join in, so if they can get her on the ball, it'll be really useful for Everton.
Turned back by Hayashi, one of 5 Japanese players on the pitch. This could be awkward, but isn't. Wheeler brings it away. Vignola. Still Vignola keeping her footing and able to release the shot as well.
Vignola. You see, it's just that turn of pace, and that's what we've been asking from Everton. A little bit more alertness, a little bit more directness. She gets the shot off and play that are going to get Manchester City through.
Hayashi. Held up by Gago. Interception from Benet. Hayashi. Just a little bit too much on it. Yamashita able to tidy.
Yeah, Yamashita does really well there. Starts late, starts high, limits the space in behind, which is clearly what Everton are looking for on the break into pain.
Oh, lovely ball infield from Benet. Great chance for the opening goal, and it has been taken. Viviana Miedema for Manchester City, and they lead 1-0.
For Manchester City. Pointed because they've managed to find that space in behind Manchester City to make Manchester City up 1-0. Emily Ramsey catches Ruby Mace off guard, and it's Viviana Miedema. She does work so well, just a slotted pass. They were originally claiming for offside, but it's not offside. She uses her body really well, Miedema, and makes no mistake. That space, if there is any, behind the Man City back line.
Yamashita. Keela Brown. Rose. The rain has eased a bit, but it's still coming down pretty heavily. For Gino. Miedema.
Again, that's one of those times where Miedema's looked up and she's tried to find the long ball, but there's no space in there for her to play with in behind the Everton back line. It's more about whether she can find Bunny shorter feet in those areas.
Ishikawa. Wheeler. Lovely ball through. Taken away from the goalkeeper, but wide.
Again, you can see what Everton are trying to do. It's that pass that just splits the back line straight through the middle to try and find Tony Payne. Yamashita does just enough to put Tony Payne off. And I think she was very close to making a foul there right at the last minute, but again, pulls her foot out.
Mace to take. Plenty of height on it, and the header towards goal from Gago, pushed away by Yamashita. Everton still pressing, but that's well wide in the end from Hayashi. Yamashita foiled by Yamashita's save.
Yeah, Yamashita does really well here with the save, and yeah, not only does she offer the fact that she's a fantastic shot stopper, but she plays with the ball at her feet. She's confident with the ball at her feet, and obviously that's something that Manchester City love to have in their goalkeeping areas as well.
Of course, in years gone by, she might have been the sole Japanese player in the area, let alone possibly the league. But as we mentioned, there's 5 on the pitch here, all in the verging on her, trying to just reduce the number of options that she had. Everton 0, Manchester City 1. If you have just joined us, Viviana Miedema with the goal. Pacheco turns away from Benet. Pacheco has Gago on this near side. Here she is, Kelly Gago. Steps away from one challenge, put behind by Kasparai.
Take a strike.
City looking to break here now for Gino. Shaw. Still Bunny Shaw. Can she pull it back? She can. Wheeler's in the way, though. And Wheeler clears it away.
Again, they're happy, Everton, aren't they, when they've got the ball? Just to try and keep it. They're not really going direct too early. They're just keeping the ball, trying to keep it away from Manchester City, and again, slow their pace down of play.
Mace. Long from Mace, in behind, Tony Payne. Payne bearing down on goal, Gago in the middle towards her, lovely little back heel. Super goal from Everton, Kelly Gago with the equaliser, and it's 1-1 at Goodison Park.
What a fantastic goal that is from Everton. After keeping rifle Manchester City, slow the pace down. A fantastic vision on the pass from Ruby Mace when she sees out wide. Again, we see it here. She's under absolutely no pressure, Ruby Mace. She's got that long, direct ball. Payne is onside. She doesn't slip this time. She sees the run of Kelly Gago. She does so well. Eyes up, puts the ball in the box, and it's a lovely little back heel from Kelly Gago, adding to her goal-scoring tally. What a fantastic finish that is. Casper Eye disappointed as she's got tight to her. She can't stop her putting it in the back of the net. Fantastic finish from Kelly Gago. But again, I just want to highlight Ruby Mace in the build fantastically. I think that's everything that Everton are trying to do today.
1-1. City had dominated the first 10 minutes or so of this game in terms of possession. Not necessarily have predicted it would be all square at one apiece heading towards half-time. Vignola. Ishikawa. Hayashi, and the long ball over the top. Flag stays down on the far side. Payne, Pacheco, Hayashi, Wheeler, Payne, very.
Just want to just keep the ball now. Keep
Fern, but Everton, I guess, would be the happier of the two teams if it stays this way at half-time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I think Manchester City will potentially be disappointed with the amount of possession that they had, especially within the first half an hour of the game.
Wahhabi, Miedema. Miedema, still going, short. How is that not a second goal for Manchester City?
She's going to be so disappointed with this Bunny Shaw. Miedema does so well. Again, just to beat one defender. Again, beats her again, gets the ball across. Bunny Shaw free inside the 6-yard box, and she can't head it down. It comes at her fast, but for someone of Bunny Shaw's prowess with her head.
All square then at Goodison Park at half-time. Viviana Miedema giving Manchester City the lead, but it was cancelled out 5 minutes before half-time. Kelly Gago's audacious back heel levelling the scores in the northwest. Manchester City with plenty of possession in the first half, but it's all square at the break. Everton 1, Manchester City 1.
And obviously potentially a point against Manchester City to stop them going top of the table would be fantastic for Everton today.
Away we go in the second half then. No changes to either team in terms of half-time substitutions. First time ball over the top, just a little too long for Kelly Gago, but injury for Alex Greenwood. A bit of space here for Miedema. Linkila Brown. she going to have a shot from here? No. Kasparai. Ball across into the middle, just pushed away by Ramsey, and Wheeler helps the ball away.
Good start from Manchester City though, and dangerous again here on this right-hand side, but Emily Ramsey doing well in the goal, just but Wheeler's first to react in there.
Rose. Michaela Brown. Shaw. Hasegawa. Positive start from Manchester City to this second half. City, if you have just joined us in their change this afternoon.
Yeah, Blinkhill-Brown does really well again here to link up with Hasegawa and Bunny Shaw. Hasegawa trying to get the crossover to Fujino there, but the quality.
Ramsey. Called into action early in the first half, called into action early in the second half as well. Kept alive on that far side. All given away. Miedema, surrounded by a trio of Everton players almost immediately. Here come Everton now with the long ball out from Vignola. Gargo, Payne's in the middle, it's towards Tony Payne, Yamashita is there.
Seeing just how dangerous Everton can be on that counter-attack, and what I liked in the build-up was the midfielders. There was four defenders and midfielders all around the City players winning it back. It's that fighting spirit from Everton that they're going to have to keep up in this second half.
Worked wide by Miedema. Kasparai. Shaw. Lovely turn.
To end, Kasparai picks it up out on this right-hand side. Ishikawa does quite well actually, just to steer Bunny Shaw a little bit away from the centre of the goal. Bunny Shaw gets a touch out of her feet. Can't strike it.
Which absolutely reeks of history. She turn and then walk out onto the pitch. And so far, those words from both coaches would seem to have been heeded. It's been a positive start to the second half from both of these teams. Hayashi. Scored in their last home match. Monica Hayashi in the 4-1 defeat at home to Manchester United. Nice again with the long ball forward. It'll be picked up here by Vignola.
Yeah, just intercepted there from Manchester City out on that right-hand side, but you can see what Everton are trying to do, especially Ruby Mace. Can she miss out the Manchester United press? Manchester City press that they're so good at doing.
Funny you mentioned Manchester United, because I was just about to say that their next match, Manchester City, is the Manchester Derby. That's next Sunday. Always plenty of rivalry in that game. You must have read my mind there, Phil.
Yeah, especially with Manchester United losing yesterday for the first time this season, so it'll be a fantastic game, that one, next week. But Manchester City will be looking to try and be top of the table when they do go into that game.
Reminder, just in case you're not aware, Manchester City will go top of the WSL standings with a win here ahead of Chelsea. Shaw trying to find her way through a gap that was rapid.
And stay in the game for the whole of this second half, because it only takes a moment for Manchester City to get themselves back in it.
Gago trying to find her way past Rose.
The tee from here that makes her such a hard player to play against when you are coming up 1v1 against her.
Big game next weekend is certainly for Everton. They're away to West Ham. West Ham still looking for their first win of the new season. Last season, Everton had 3 points. Actually won in their opening 7 games, 3 draws and 4 defeats.
Yeah, and I think Sorensen's been quite criticised this season for obviously the way Everton have gone without a win for so long, but actually they're scoring more goals at this point in this season than they were last season.
Here come Manchester City. Away though by Wheeler. I do wonder whether...
Improved this year on where they were last year. And looking at the injuries they've got off the pitch, I think he's quite confident when they are coming back, and they can be a team to obviously creep up the table.
Miedema for Gino. Chase on here for Wahhabi. And she gets there first. In towards Shaw, 2-1. Bunny Shaw puts Manchester City back in front. It's her 5th goal in the WSL this season, and it means it's Everton 1, Manchester City 2.
Yeah, they've been dangerous, they've been alert in their attack. Or this time, makes absolutely no mistake. It's Ficino in the centre of the park, plays it out to Wahhabi, who does really well with the first time cross. And Bunny Shaw makes no mistake, gets across Kitagawa in the centre of the goal. And this time, she gets a header on target, direct, beats Ramsey. The pace behind the header is fantastic. Something we've seen her do time and time again. She's so dangerous in those areas. And it's a fantastic goal to get them back in front.
Bit of a height difference here between Rian Ishikawa and Bunny Shaw. Ishikawa, who's played every minute in the WSL this season for Manchester City. Driven deep. Shaw trying to get underneath it and gathered by Ramsey. Two anxious moments at the back there for Everton, who look to counter-attack quickly. Hayashi. Vignola. Towards Gago. Taken down by Fernandez.
Vignola's just tried to put the ball in an area in the box there when they were absolutely outnumbered by Manchester City. Sounds like that when they do have possession, can they be clever with the cute combination play in and around the edge of their own box, in and around Manchester City's box, of course, just to try and penetrate and be a little bit cuter with the ball.
Hayashi. Turn from Benet. It's not the best of options. Kasperai was making a run on the overlap, wasn't used.
Stay switched on in this instance, especially when Manchester City will do things like this and they'll press high, and we know how good they are when they're pressing up against Everton's back line.
Pacheco. Kanak. Wahhabi. Shaw with a little touch. Miedema. Viviana Miedema. You'd expect better.
Yeah, that's Miedema, especially after everything we've just been saying. A fantastic little flick round the corner from Bunny Shaw. Miedema just slightly...
Sorensen.
Substitution for Everton.
Karen Holmgaard is coming on for Martina Fernandez.
Being replaced
First
by
of the
number
3 changes.
28, Karen Holmgaard.
From what I'm seeing here, potentially just some fresh legs, some tiring legs on the pitch.
Lauren Hemp returns for Manchester City, having missed the last 4 in the WSL.
Number 27,
Rebecca Kanak being replaced at the back by Gracie Pryor.
What the nine? Somebody goes back to Rumi.
High ball into the middle. Holmgaard with a little header down. Manchester City on the breakaway. Hemp immediately into the thick of the action. Too long for Shaw. Taken down by Miedema, but she couldn't quite bring that ball under control.
This is exactly what Lauren Hemp brings, that pace out on that left-hand side, and that first thought, can I get it forward, can I get it into the box? Bunny Shaw clapping the cross as it comes in, trying to get it right across over to Miedema. Can't quite connect with it.
Just as they started against West Ham last weekend in that central defensive partnership. Approaching the midway point then of the second half. 4 in the black of Manchester City. Converging there on Vignola. Yamashita. Not the best of balls out. Gago. Kelly Gago. Straight at Yamashita. almost won it back there. Just space on this near side. Holmgaard. Robinson. Back to nobody in a blue shirt. Wheeler.
Kelly Gargo's the only player there in the box up against Manchester City's 3 in the back line. A little bit more creativity needed from Everton on the edge of the box.
Vignola. Hayashi finds Ishikawa. Honoka Hayashi. Lovely turn. Off the inside of the post and away. And Everton so close to an equaliser from Ornella Vignola. Wheeler. That piece of play was almost like that shot was delivered in slow motion. Was it going to go wide? No, it hit the inside of the post. Was it going to cross the line? No.
No, but it looked like it might just creep across the line, mightn't it? And I think just when we've been saying they needed that little bit more creativity around the edge of the box, Vignola provided that.
Here's the chance then from Vignola.
Yeah, again, we just see that creativity from her. She just sparks up, hits the strike, and it just comes off the inside of the post. It's beaten Yamashita. It's hitting hard and low through the legs of Jade Rose, in fact. And it just can't creep into the net. Yamashita's got away with that one, Vignola. Fantastic strike from her.
I'm sure we'll see that again in just a few moments' time. That effort from Vignola. Nicola Brown. Down by Hemp. Nicola Brown. Gino. Shaw. Kasparai will pick up. Gino. Hasegawa just in field. Shaw finds Hasegawa. Header away only as far as Shaw. And cleared this time by Mace. Kasparai. And again.
Everton done well there just to ride that wave from Manchester City. The pressure was coming. They look organised in their defensive setup, obviously, with the 2 banks of 4 and the 2 at the top. It's times like these when they break through it, Manchester City.
City again looking to press. Kasparai straight into the arms of Emily Ramsey.
Especially with Yamashita beaten.
The Japanese international for Everton. 2 passing rouse there for Everton fans as Ramsey cleared it away.
Tight. Find the pass.
Again, someone who Everton brought on is Kitagawa, you know, a player that has scored for them this season. So we're bringing goal scorers on, bringing people on that can be dynamic and get them back into this game.
Kitagawa, who scored against Aston Villa last weekend in the 3-3 draw. That's a dangerous ball. Hemp picks up. Shaw tried to work it across to Gino.
Lucky for Manchester City, though, not being able to capitalise on moments like Emily Ramsey getting it in her own goal and playing it straight direct to the Manchester City players. For me, they're the opportunities where they really need to step up and make teams pay.
Here come Everton, though. Robinson up against Wahabi. Robinson, she's got past the Spanish defender, still going. Katie Robinson into the middle, a fine save from Yamashita, First touch, almost, I would think, from Kitagawa, and she almost got the equaliser.
Just about to stay out on this right-hand side. Katie Robinson is isolated. She's got no one to support her, but she's done the work herself to beat Leo Arby. And again, she gets the ball across the box. Strike from Kitagawa, but Yamashita does so well. You can see how disappointed she is with her team. When she makes that save, she's getting up and she...
Substitution for Manchester City.
Both sides.
Number 10, Miedema
is coming off. Sydney Lohman coming on in her place. And Laura Blinkila-Brown is also being withdrawn. And Grace Clinton is coming on into midfield. And we've got a change as well for Everton. About to happen.
Substitution for Everton coming off, number 11, Kelly Gago. Being replaced by number 29,
Goal scorer coming off. Yuki Omiki is the player coming on. Is that a surprise? You take off your main striker? Yeah, the third worst defence in the WSL. 16 goals conceded, as Fern says. West Ham have conceded 19. London City Lionesses have let in 18. Kasparai. Virgino. Lohman looking to turn it back into the path of Virgino. Everton hoping to break. Robinson. Wahabi trying to get back goal side. Robinson able to turn that across, blocked by Lohman.
On this right-hand side. Obviously City did well actually not to concede the corner on that occasion.
Hongard. Wheeler. Just kept in, is it? Yes, it is, but Wahabi will tidy. One back for Everton. Here's Robinson. Hits it long. Kasparai with the defensive clearance. Knew that Katagawa
In the game.
Mace will take. Shaw's header away. Kasparai. Full of running still. It's a foul. By Schnois. That will be a caution as well.
This place, and just before that, Manchester City having a free kick, not making the most of it, which potentially would tell you maybe they're happy with the 2-1 at this point, but it's a dangerous position to be when you've still got 6 minutes left on the clock, and Everton are doing well.
We've had late goals already today.
Can do it. I think that goal was in 94 minutes last week, so there's still the potential there from them.
Hongard. Kasparai having to readjust her position, but she did so well. Virgino. Virgino. Can she go all the way here? The little pull back. Hemp. Blocked by Mace. Virgino again. Goalkeeper's come for it. Will she get it? Yes. A little bit of confusion there between...
Yeah, we see this again out on this side. Virgino doing really, really well. Beats 3 players. It comes out to Hemp on her unfazed Mace again. She's been a wall at times in the back line for Everton.
Ishikawa. Vignola gets the free kick. Seated by Lohman. Last big effort needed by Everton if they're to get something from this match. Final match of Match round 8 in the WSL. Vignola's ball into the middle. Who's it going to drop to? City just able to get it clear. Hemp. Ishikawa. Mace. Wheeler. Taken down by Robinson. Hayashi. Mace. High and long. Perhaps too high and too long.
Yeah, it was difficult for them to make anything of that, really. The crosses coming from Ruby Mace from deep, like we saw in the first half. The space wasn't there.
Hayashi. Robinson drives it firmly across. Karen Holmgaard. Not too much in the shot. And now it should be cleared by Lohmann. Not too far, though. Vignola. Mace will have a go from here. It needs to go forward quickly. City win it back for Gino. Up against Wheeler. Fujino. Victory is Manchester City's, and they go top of the WSL as they make it 7 wins in a row. The winning goal from Bunny Shaw in the second half. Viviana cancelled out by Kelly Gargo. But City prevail, and they go 1 point ahead of Chelsea in the WSL standings. Full-time, Everton 1, Manchester City 2. Well, you can see what it means for Manchester City here, Fern, because that was a big win for them to take them top of the table. For Everton, defeat, but plenty of encouraging signs.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, our start with Manchester City, as you say, I think professional performance from them towards the end, knowing they were 2-1 up and that they were top of the table. We've seen, Chelsea do it time and time again, potentially not play amazingly, have to win ugly at times, and I think that's what Manchester City were made to do a little bit today by Everton, a side who are sitting in 10th at the moment in the table, but that's not what the performance said for me today. I thought they were solid defensively at times. I thought they were organised, and they looked like a team that had the potential to score goals against the top of the side team like Manchester City. So they'll take some real positives from this game today, Everton.